Gangadaram Mahadevam Sarvabharana Bhushitam Namami Shirsa Devam. In this video, we will see the next part of Koti Rudra Samhita, the origin of Rameshwar. After Hanuman brought the news that Sita had been held captive by Ravana at Lanka, Sri Rama proceeded towards Lanka with a huge army. After arriving at the seashore, he faced the problem of crossing over the sea. Sri Rama made a Parthiva linga of Shiva and worshipped it. Lord Shiva became very pleased with him and appeared. He blessed Sri Rama to be victorious. Sri Rama, on the other hand, requested him to establish himself in that Parthiva linga, to which Lord Shiva agreed. This way, Rameshwara Jyotirlinga came into existence. The origin of Dushmesh Jyotirlinga. There used to live a Brahmin by the name of Sudharma who belonged to the lineage of sage Bharadwaj. He was a great devotee of Lord Shiva. Sudeha was his wife. Sudharma had no son. Sudeha desired for a son. She expressed a desire to Sudharma, but he did not listen to her pleas. One day, Sudeha had gone for an outing accompanied by her companions. Incidentally, a quarrel ensued among them, and her companions made fun of her issueless status. Sudeha became very sad. After returning to her hermitage, she narrated the whole incident to Sudharma. Sudharma meditated on the form of Shiva and threw 2 flowers towards his wife. He thought that if Sudeha picks up the flower which he had thrown with his right hand, then certainly a son would be born. But if she picks up the another flower, then there is no chance of her giving birth to a son. Unfortunately, Sudeha picked up the flower which Sudharma had thrown with his left hand. Sudharma told his wife that she was never going to become a mother. He advised her to dedicate her life in the devotion of Lord Shiva. When Sudeha learned that there was no chance of her becoming a mother, she insisted her husband to marry for a second time, so that he could become a father. But Sudharma refused to marry for the second. Sudeha brought her younger sister Dushma to the hermitage and married her with the reluctant Sudharma. Dushma proved to be a very faithful wife. She engaged herself in the service of Sudharma and Sudeha. She also used to worship the Parthiva linga of Shiva daily. After her worship, she used to immerse the Parthiv lingas in a pond. This way, when she had accomplished the worship of 1,00,000 Parthiv lingas, Lord Shiva blessed her with a son. Sudharma was extremely pleased, but Sudeha became jealous of her own sister. When the child grew up, he was married to a beautiful Brahmin girl. Dushma instructed the bride to take a special care of Sudeha. So the bride engaged herself in the service of everybody. She took special care of looking into the needs of Sudeha. But still, Sudeha's jealousy did not diminish. One day, gripped by excessive jealousy and anger, she killed Dushma's son while he was asleep. She cut his body into many pieces and threw those pieces into the same pond in which Dushma used to immerse the Parthiva lingas. When the daughter-in-law noticed a piece of flesh on the bed, she started crying. She went to Dushma and narrated the whole story. Hearing the news of her son's killing, Dushma too started crying. Sudeha also wept artificially. Sudharma arrived there. Though he himself was very sad, yet he instructed Dushma to do the daily worship of Parthiva linga as usual. Dushma obeyed the command of her husband. She worshipped the Parthiva lingas and went to the pond for immersion. By the blessings of Lord Shiva, her son was standing at the bank of the pond alive. He came towards his mother and said, "Mother, I have become alive even after my death." Dushma was still engrossed in her thoughts of Lord Shiva, so she could not listen to her son. Lord Shiva appeared and blessed Dushma. He also expressed his desire to punish her wicked sister, Sudeha, for her evil deed, but Dushma requested him to forgive her. She also requested Lord Shiva to stay there forever. Lord Shiva accepted her demand and established himself in the form of Dushmeshwara Jyotirlinga. Sudharma and Sudeha arrived at that place and worshipped Shiva. At last, everybody returned home happily. Lord Vishnu received Sudarshana Chakra. The deities went to Lord Vishnu after being tormented by the demons. They requested him to annihilate the demons. After assuring them, Lord Vishnu went to Kailash mountain to do his penance. But even his tremendous penance was not enough to please Lord Shiva. Lord Vishnu then worshipped Lord Shiva by chanting the mantras of Shiva Sahasranamavali. He also offered 1000 lotus flowers to Lord Shiva in course of his worship. One day Shiva wanted to test the devotion of Lord Vishnu. He stole one lotus flower from among the 1000 flowers. When Lord Vishnu began his worship, he found that there was one flower less. To make up for this deficiency, he offered his one eye to Lord Shiva, his eye which has been compared with the lotus flower. Lord Shiva was very much impressed by his exceptional devotion. He appeared before Vishnu and asked him to demand any boon he wished. Lord Vishnu demanded a divine weapon to annihilate the demons. Lord Shiva gave him a sparkling Sudarshan Chakra. On the request of Lord Vishnu, he established himself in the form of Harishwara Shivalinga. At last, Lord Vishnu killed the demon with his Sudarshan Chakra. Suta told the sages that Lord Vishnu had worshipped Lord Shiva with the help of his 1000 names. Some of the chief names of Shiva are Shiva, Har, Mrid, Rudra, Pushkar, Pushpalochan, Artigamya, Sadachar, Sharv, Shambhu, Maheshwar, etc. A devotee who chants these 1000 names of Lord Shiva attains all the accomplishments. Chanting it during distress helps a man to become free from all kinds of misfortune. Lord Vishnu could kill the demons only because of the power he derived from the chanting of Sahasranam. The devotees of Shiva. Describing about the numerous devotees of Shiva who were famous for their devotion towards Lord Shiva, Suta named a few of them like Durvasa, Vishwamitra, Dadichi, Gautam, Kanad, Bhargav, Brihaspati, Vaishampayam, Parashar, Vyasa, Upamanyu, Yagyavalkya, Jamini, and Garg, etc. He also narrated a tale connected with King Sudyumna. Once Sudyumna had gone into that forest which was gifted to Parvati by Lord Shiva with the warning that any man who dares to enter it would become a woman. As soon as Sudyumna entered the forest, he got transformed into a woman. He became very sad. He worshipped Lord Shiva to regain his masculinity. Lord Shiva, pleased by his devotion, he blessed him to be as a man for 1 month and again as a woman for the same period of time alternately. In the next video, we will see the remaining part of Koti Rudra Samhita. Om Namah Shivaya.